A very warm greetings to all my dear students. I welcome you all in another video from statistics, and we will be talking about today presentation of data. We will first start with table of presentation. In the previous chapters, we discussed the methods of collecting and organization of data. We have collected data, we have organized, we have seen how the data are being organized. The raw data were organized into frequency arrays and frequency distribution. Now we will examine the methods of presenting data in a systematic manner. Whatever presentations, whatever data we have collected, that need to be organized in a particular manner, and then it has to be presented in a nice manner so that easily we can derive the conclusions by just watching the presentations. There are three aspects. First is table of presentation, second is graphical presentations, and third is diagrammatic presentations. So when the presentation is done with the help of tables, then it is table of presentations. When it is done with graphs, then it is graphical presentations. And when we have diagrams, then it is diagrammatic presentations. So let us start first with table of presentation. Let us first understand the concept of presentation of data. What do you mean by presentation of data? It is a method by which the people organize, summarize and communicate information using a variety of tools such as tables, graphs and diagrams. So, presentation of data involves the organization of data, summarization of data, and through which we can have a better presentation through, or we can communicate. Presentation of data is having two aspects, or there are two types of presentation. First is tabular presentation and second is visual presentation. Again, when we are talking about visual presentations, graphical presentation is there and diagrammatical presentation is there. What is the use of presentations? When we are presenting anything, what is the use of it? The first use is it is easy and better understanding. It creates easy and better understanding of the subjects. Second, it provides first-hand information about data. Third, helpful in future analysis. And fourth, easy for making comparisons. It becomes easy when we compare two graphs, two tables or two diagrams to compare, or it becomes easy to compare the presentations with the help of tables, graph and diagrams. It looks very attractive. It makes presentation very effective and attractive. What are the principles of presentations? There are different principles of presentations. On what principle really the presentation works on? The data should be presented in simple form, arouse interest in reader. Once whenever we are presenting anything, it should be so attractive that it will create interest among the readers. Should be concise but without losing important details. It should be concise, but all the information must be taken care to be included when we are presenting data or any information. It facilitates further statistical analysis. It should facilitate further statistical analysis, and it should define problem and should suggest its solution. Okay, now let us start with tabular presentation, and the term tabulation comes in our mind. What it is? Tabulation is a systematic and logical arrangement of classified data in rows and columns. That is, when when a collected data is arranged in form of rows and columns, then it is tabulation. Let us start with, or let us understand this concept with this example. What sports do you play? Sports, there are saucers, tennis, gymnastics, swimming, track. How many peoples? Saucer 106 people, tennis 45, gymnastic 54, swimming 82, track 68. Now, what is the significance of tabulation? It simplifies complex data. Unnecessary details and repetition of data avoided in tabulation. It facilitates comparison, gives identity to any kind of data. It reveals pattern within the figures which cannot be seen in narrative form. Means whenever we are writing anything, we are giving information through paragraphs. It becomes a bit difficult. And when we are presenting this data in a form of table, it looks concise, it looks easy to derive any kind of conclusion. Now, what are the rules of tabulations? There are certain rules or prerequisite for certain tables. A number should be assigned to the table. A title should be given to the table. It should be concise and self-explanatory. Contents of the table should be defined clearly. Subtitles should be properly mentioned with columns and rows. Group intervals in columns and rows should neither be too narrow nor too wide. They should also be mutually exclusive. Unit of measurement must be mentioned clearly wherever necessary. Any sorts, forms, symbols, if used, should be explained in the footnote. So, what is footnote? What is title? That we will see. No place should be left in the body of tables. There should be logical arrangement of data in the table. So, how we are going to plot any kind of table? Normally, sometimes it is asked what are the different names given to the different part of the tables. So, title is one part. Title is one part. Table number is there. Raw headings, raw entries, column headings, total, body of the table, footnote and source. So, these are all the parts of the table, and whenever you are supposed to create a table, all these information must be there in the table. Okay. Row heading is also known as stub. Column heading is also known as caption, and total, that is rows. Column head is there, and subheads must be given over here. So there are different components, or there are different names particularly given to the different kind of tables. What are the precautions we should take into considerations when we are plotting any kind of tables? First, table should suit the size of the paper. It is not key we will create a kind of a table which will not include all the information within the page, and it should be so big, or it should not be so big that it should not come in a single page, or it should not adjust its body or all the components in a particular page only. If you are drawing any kind of a table, then we must take care of the size of table which we are drawing and on what size of papers we are drawing. So all these conditions must be taken care of before plotting any kind of tables. Second, captions and stubs should be arranged in some systematic order. What is caption? Caption is column heading and stub is row heading. Should be arranged in some systematic order. Unit of measurement should be clearly defined and given in the table. Figures should be rounded to avoid unnecessary details in the table, and footnote to this effect should be given. Okay. Now, there are two types of table. First, basis of purpose. On the we create tables on two types or two bases. First, on a particular purpose, that is basis of purpose, and another is basis of content. When we are talking about basis of purpose, the reference table, the text tables, and on the basis of content, we can draw simple table, complex tables. Complex tables includes double table, treble tables, multiple tables. So frequency distribution tables and master tables are also the part of tables. Okay, and we can also classify the types of tables on the basis of objective of the purpose, nature of the data that we have derived, and extent of coverage, where it is going to cover, what are the different kind of things that table is going to cover. So general purpose table, a special purpose table, nature of data. On the basis of nature of data, original table and derived table, and on the basis of extent, simple table and complex table. Okay, so reference table, general purpose or primary table, what it is. These tables present the original data for reference purposes. It contains only absolute and actual figures and round number or percentage. So tables in census record, appendixes of publications, serial number, content, page number. This is a simple index table, general purpose. Now, tabular presentation of data in the sample we are discussing over here. Samples of the table with all its parts indicated. It is table number, it is table title, column heading, row classifier, what are the different values we have written in the rows. So rows classifier, it is the body of the table, it is the source node. All these are important part of the table. Whenever we are constructing any kind of table, all these information must be included in the table. Okay. Now, text table, special purpose or derivatives tables. This type of table is constructed to present selected data from one or more general purpose tables. It brings out a specific point of answer to specific questions. It is basically created to address a particular kind of needs. It includes ratios, percentage, averages, etc. It should be found in the body of the text. Sample tables, data relating to only one characteristics. When we are talking about the simple table, it is data related to only one characteristic, that is gender and number of students. Suppose we have to find out gender, boys and girls, and what are the ratios of their presence or their strength. The number of students in boys is only 9 and girls 29. Double table, data relating to only two characteristics. Boys, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, if you are talking about food habits. So gender is there and food habits. Food habits are of two types, vegetarians and non-vegetarians. So how many boys out of 9 are vegetarian and non-vegetarian? Out of 29 girls, how many are vegetarian and non-vegetarian? Triple table, data relating to only three characteristics. So what are the different type of characteristics? Vegetarian, non-vegetarian, and under vegetarian we have classified, and under non-vegetarian we have classified age below 20 years and age 20 and above years. So when we are talking about three characteristics, then it is triple table. Okay. Multiple table, having multiple information, having multiple parameters on which the data is going to be presented. Vegetarian, non-vegetarian, what is the age group, and out of these among the boys how many are day scholar and hostelers, what is the distribution among girls, day scholar and hostelers. So when this type of data is presented having different kind of information, different kind of characteristics, then this type of data is referred as multiple table. That is all for today, and about the tabular presentation. Thank you and have a nice day.